What's going on, guys? Good afternoon. We got about 12 minutes, 13 minutes here before the close. And what I want to do is we want to go over a little bit of what's going on with Elon Musk and Twitter, some of the overall market stuff going on. I mean, we're seeing a lot selling off here. Let me just get you real quick the watch list. Today's Thursday. AMD watching the $99 area resistance for a fade back down to 95, and AMD is at 93. Where do we find resistance today? Right up there in front of that $99 zone. Once again, look at that, man. Are you kidding me? What an infinite dump on AMD today. This thing has now some room to fall. It's got room to fall. I mean, it's almost there. You could almost say it's got room to fall all the way down here, like $89 or so. Well, let me let everybody know we're live, and then let's get this ball rolling. How did you guys do today? Nice green day for me on Tesla. I think I nailed about 50% of my best take profit, or just right around there, on Tesla puts in the morning. It was an awesome trade. We'll recap it here as well. All right. So how did you guys do today? Let me know. Type it up in chat there. And then what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and start working on today, on next week's weekly watch list. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what was this week's watch list. So this week we had on watch, let me grab the dashboard, MULN, SPY, Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD, RIVN. Check this out. We had Tesla on watch for further downside down to the 980s. Okay, let's start off with that. And Tesla, where is it? In the 980s. So that's perfect. Then we had NVIDIA on watch for a move down to the 210 area. Let's go check on NVIDIA. 212, close enough, in my opinion. Then we had AMD on watch, 99 resistance for a drop back down into the 80s. AMD, 93, I'll take it, close enough. And then Rivian was on watch this week as well. This one was on watch for downside move that did not come. So one of these didn't really make it. Rivian we had watching for $33 to $35 area, and it's actually at 40 bucks. So Rivian has actually held up extremely well recently, which is extremely surprising, to be honest. So we'll work on the new list for the week, for the upcoming week here. Let's take a look at AMC real quick. AMC underneath that 50-day moving average. Definitely watch that level there. See if it can continue holding resistance. Could have further downside back into the 14s. And GME actually has held up pretty well, all things considered. That 200-day moving average looks like it would be an area of resistance there. So keep that on watch as well. MULN is also one that we had on the weekly watch list. MULN. This one we're watching for that flag to continue to develop for a break of the flag and a push to $3 to $4. So far, MULN is holding up in that flag area, but it is not looking the greatest lately. It's not looking the greatest. A lot of downward pressure here, but we are still holding up above 2, which is the key point. And then underneath that, you really have to watch the 190s, mid 180s. and see if that can hold support. That would be the next level there, and that would be the final level before I'd have to say that this thing looks like it's dying off some on MULN. VERU holding up pretty well. We want to see this thing hold up above 14. We want to see this thing hold up above 14. Give me 1 second here, guys. All right, back. So VERU, I'd say watch this one to see if it can continue holding above 14. And it's definitely one that we should put on the weekly watch list. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and start off with that one right there. So VERU, watching for it to hold above the $14 area, could have room to move towards $18 to $20 zone. If it can break the 16s. So that's what I would watch on VERU. We were watching this one to see if it could bull flag on the daily. It chose not to. This thing really chose to make a big old move. This level right here is definitely one you have to keep on watch, which is that $16 zone. Previously, it was a big level of resistance, and now, you know, we've tested it a couple times, so you can expect shorts to have started to pile on in front of that zone. So definitely keep that on watch there on VERU. Now Twitter, and we can come back to Twitter in a little bit. Twitter all the way back down here to 45. Going to be interesting to see this thing and what might happen with Elon Musk. But we can definitely come back to Twitter in a minute. It's definitely one of the more exciting plays to be watching. Well, do you guys have any tickers, any other tickers you want me to look at for you? If so, throw them up in chat there for me. So if you have any other tickers, you can throw them up in chat. I'll be happy to bring them up on the screen and do a little analysis with you. If not, we'll continue working on the weekly watch list for next week and see what we got there. So far, we got VERU on there. Jose, what's up, man? Umberto, what's up? What's up? Tesla, definitely. Tesla's the one we traded today. You know what? We might as well just go over today's trade on Tesla. So Tesla this morning with the gap down. At the same time, the SPY had pushed up and then got rejected. And when it got rejected, it really just sold off. And that immediately caught my attention. I said, okay, with Tesla was already weak with the gap down, you know, I think that's the one we got to look for. Got on the mic in chat, told everybody, hey, I'm looking for puts on Tesla. I'm going to go after the very first weak volume bounce back up into resistance. And we got a beautiful setup, guys. We got ourselves a beautiful setup on Tesla. As the SPY imploded, Tesla just got rocked. And right here, we started to get our first little bounce attempt. Went ahead and threw out my fib levels. Noticed that the 23.6 Fibonacci level was lining up with this low from the open. Okay, that's the low, is basically the open. And you had the 23.6 fib there. You start to get your 9 EMA VWAP cross to the downside right here. So I was looking for that 9 EMA and that 23.6 fib, that initial low, to all line up together on low volume. Got on the mic, I told everybody this is what I'm looking for, and I'm gonna be patient until it comes to me. And sure enough, right here we got it, and right in there, bang, we jumped in puts, same day expiration puts, so they were extra volatile. Let me show you what those look like. Long Tesla put options, today's expiration at 980. All right, 980 expiration, sorry, 980 strike, today's expiration, 355 entry. My stop was over $1,000 on Tesla, so if Tesla broke up above 1,000, I'd cut it loose. Took some profits off at 460, 525, 550, and then got flat the rest at 385, and I'll show you here how that played out. As we went lower, We just started taking profits all throughout that move. And then I held on to some, looking to see if we can crack the lows. And then right here, when we got back up above the 9 AMA and we started to get this little increase in volume, I said, okay, I'm going to cut this last piece loose. And that was it. It was a great trade. It was a solid trade. Tesla did continue slightly lower a little bit later. Those options actually got, my best take was 550. Those options actually got to $6.25. And then we had Tesla actually come right back up above VWAP here, tail end of lunch. And that's just been trading sideways here. We got about 3 minutes to the close. And Tesla is actually starting to come back down some with volume increasing. But look at how well Tesla has been holding this 100-day moving average. That's pretty crazy how well it's been holding it lately. So that's definitely one level to watch. And part of the reason why I'm not taking an overnight swing on it, I just don't want to put myself out there with headline risk over the long weekend and then, you know, come up here and get crushed on some put options. So I'm just going to let Tesla go. I have no swings that are going into this long weekend. And we'll see what Monday holds. But that was the Tesla trade. Now, as far as Tesla into next week, I'm going to be watching that 100-day moving average. So Tesla, for this weekly watch list, watching the 100-day MA. If it breaks under it, we'll watch for the 100-day MA to become resistance for a fade back down towards the 50-day, which is that blue line you see there on my daily chart. All right, that'll be what I'll be watching on Tesla next week. So we will definitely keep this one on the watch list here for next week. So VERU and Tesla. ATER, Jose, let's go take a look at ATER. Guys, do me a quick solid. We got about 10 people watching the live stream here. We only got 6 likes. Help me out there and smash that like button. ATER, very bearish action today. Once again, could not get through the 200-day moving average. You could see one attempt here. And then you could see again another attempt today. If we scroll back, you will see that this 200-day moving average has been an extremely tough level for this stock to break through. So failed, and now again failed every time that it's tapped that level. Look, tapped, reject, went lower. Tapped, reject, got wrecked. And then now again tap, reject, tap, again reject. If it doesn't roll itself over, we might see a squeeze up over it. But we got to keep that level on watch. Right now, I'd prefer to see it hold above 480. You know, if it can continue to hold 480, that might be a good sign there on ATER. But right now, today's candle, you know, unless we hold those 480s, shorts will just take over control here on this one. If we do hold 480, then I think you get yourself here the opportunity for a potential bear trap. Any other tickers you guys want me to take a look at for you? Oil plays. Yeah, I see INDO popping off. Here. Oh boy. Sorry, I just saw this. Elon Musk says he's not sure he'll be able to buy Twitter after $43 billion bid. Teases a plan B. I mean, you just go out hostile takeover on it. That's it. Just do it. INDO is an oil play. You know, INDO is an oil play. This thing, if next week we get further upside, you know, on oil, yeah, I mean, if INDO breaks $30, you should see this thing squeeze itself back up here towards 37. That would be the next level. But this $29 zone, that's going to be tough resistance on INDO. Wow, look at this. We drew this circle on March 4th, and we drew this line on February 24th. And look where we found support here recently on INDO. IMPP also getting a little spark there. Oxy not doing so well. I mean, daily chart wise, it's fine. Intraday, it's like, eh. So we're seeing like a little squeeze on some of these small cap oil plays. So I wouldn't put too much emphasis on this. I think we still have China lockdowns going on. That's gonna hurt oil. So, you know, if anything, I'd possibly be bearish stuff like INDO and IMPP. So yeah, that's what I would look at on those. All right, guys, any other questions or any other tickers you want me to bring up? NVIDIA. I saw most of these were going lower here. Well, we're closed now. It's 4:03 p.m. I mean, NVIDIA, this was on the weekly watch list for exactly this move. All of these played out. Tesla played out exactly like I said. NVIDIA played out exactly like I said. AMD played out exactly like I said. Rivian did not play out like I said. Everything else played out exactly like I said. MULN is still consolidating. SPY did, yep, did exactly what we talked about. Tesla, yep. Now NVIDIA, we're at a key level. See, we're at a key level here on NVIDIA. Previous resistance area, support. We're back at these levels here on NVIDIA now. So we gotta figure this out, right? What's gonna happen? And we're not gonna know until Monday. All right, we're not gonna know until Monday, but this is a key level. If NVIDIA breaks underneath that 212, 211 zone, it's got room to fall here to like 209. I think that 209, 207 zone is going to be a very strong support area on NVIDIA. And if the SPY and the Qs decide to start jumping up and bouncing back, we could see that area hold support on NVIDIA and then have it, you know, give us a nice little bump back up in price and get back up in here into the 212s. That would have to figure out whether or not that area is going to be resistance, and if it is, whether or not it's worthy of buying puts or shorting the stock in front of it. Same thing with AMD. AMD we called beautifully right off of that $99 resistance. Used to be a tremendous level of support, and we've broken under it, held it as resistance. Now we got room to fall down to 89. So that'll be what I'll be watching on AMD. As a matter of fact, I will put it on the watch list for next week. AMD watching for further downside to the 89 area. If this level holds, I'll watch for a new channel between 99 and 89. If it cracks, we have room to fall to, if that $89 zone cracks on NVIDIA, we really have room to fall down here to like 84, 85. I'll put a little line here. Whoops, that's an arrow, but that's fine. We can leave that there, and there you go. So we'll have room to fall there. Previous level of support. So that's what I would watch on AMD, for example. So that gives us VERU, Tesla, AMD, and then we have MULN. MULN is still flagging here on the daily chart, so we can keep that one on watch. MULN still flagging on the daily chart, keeping on watch. So we'll keep that one on watch as well. All right, so we got those. Let's take a look. What can we expect out of the SPY? Man, the SPY really sold off there into the close. The SPY has this 435 area that it could be a little bit of a minor level of support. If it cracks under that, I think we go visit the January lows. The January lows. Yep, those January lows right here. I think we go visit those. So that's what I'll be watching on the SPY. SPY is pretty straightforward at this point here. So SPY watching for 435, 50 area support. If it cracks, watching for a fade back down towards the January lows of 428. You guys remember I said that we were more than likely going to be trading down here in this vicinity on the SPY, you know, between April, May. We've said it a bunch of times in the pre-market live stream before ever getting up here. And so far, we're right on track for that. So far, we're right on track for that. All right, guys, so we got VERU, Tesla, AMD, MULN, and SPY on the weekly watch list. Now let's go take a quick look here on not on Twitter, well, Elon Musk. So let's see what he says here. Billionaire Tesla CEO Elon Musk acknowledged Thursday at the TED 2022 conference in Vancouver that he is not sure he'll actually be able to buy Twitter. The comments came after a regulatory filing revealed that he offered to acquire the company for $54.20 a share, or about $43 billion. Let's check where Twitter's at. Twitter right now is at $45. Twitter confirmed that it had received the bid, but its board must still review the offer, which values shares much lower than the $70 they reached last summer. But Musk had said the offer would be his best and final one. Asked by TED Chris Anderson if there was a plan B if his current offer were rejected, Musk said there is. This thing's like a freaking soap opera. So Musk basically said, guys, I'll buy you off for $54.20, and that's my only offer for you. Is there a plan B if you don't take the offer? Yes, there is. So this is exciting. This is really, really exciting. I can't wait to see how this develops. It's going to be fun to watch. And then it makes you think, if Musk does take up and take over Twitter, right? Takes full control of Twitter, what's he going to do with it? What's he going to do? Is he going to make it private? Is he going to let former President Trump back into Twitter, right? What's going to happen to Truth Social? Because if Musk takes over Twitter, then you know more of that left side of the aisle type of stuff is not going to be allowed to just quiet everybody else like you see rampantly on Twitter, right? If Musk takes over, he is a First Amendment absolutist. And what that means is no matter what he feels about your opinion, he will, on the platform, allow you to have said opinion because he's a First Amendment absolutist. A First Amendment absolutist means that, simply put, everyone should be allowed to say whatever they want to say, despite other people's feelings. I gotta say, I tend to agree with that. I am a First Amendment absolutist as well. Provided, obviously, you don't scream fire in a crowded theater. There's got to be those obvious limitations to the freedom of speech. You're not going to incite, a stampede inside of a crowded theater, for example. And I'm pretty sure he subscribes to that same thought because most First Amendment absolutists think that way. So with that in mind, if he takes over Twitter, then what would happen to Truth Social? Well, let's go see what the market thinks about that. Dwack, ever since Elon Musk announced this, has not been doing all that well. It was for quite a while holding up above that $53 zone, which was a tremendous level of support on it. And now lately, what has that level become? Resistance. So I will be watching Dwack. If it gets back up into 53 and rejects, it could be a great opportunity to get short that with a clear defined stop just above it. So you got to keep that on watch, but you also have to watch what comes out of Elon Musk's camp, because if he just completely backs away from Twitter, then we could see Dwack break back above 53 and make a little push higher. But if Elon Musk secures Twitter, gets his claws into that sucker and says, this is mine, well, then I think Dwack suffers and we see it back in the 30s rather quickly. So those are my thoughts regarding Elon Musk, Twitter, and Dwack. You know, that's what I'm thinking there. And then we got our watch list here: VERU, Tesla, AMD, MULN, SPY. That's going to be the watch list leading into the rest of the week next week. Let's take a quick scan here. Let's see what's going on. MDVL here, it's got the 200-day moving average right above this resistance zone, so not something I'd keep on watch. HUSA, HUSA is moving with the other small caps on these energy plays. This one right here is at a crucial level right now. You could see $5 has been a tremendous level of support, and we're right at it. That's going to be a level of resistance. Got to keep eyes on that. MARPS was another one that had made a big move last time, and this one also, it's got to get up over 10 bucks. That $10 level is going to be a little bit of a problem for it. You have previous resistance here, and you have previous resistance here, right? Well, I'm sorry, previous support here and previous resistance here, previous support here, and now today we've tapped it and it's coming on back down some from there. So, you know, I'm not gonna, what I'll do here is like back burner weekly watch list, back burner, I would say INDO, HUSA, MARPS, IMPP. Just keep those on watch. That's what I think that's how I think I would round out that weekly watch list. And what we'll do is we'll get that sent out to you in your email. All right, we'll get that sent out. Let me get that for you here. So there you go, in case you want to get signed up for that. Also, Jonal decided to do 6 months again. So TC2000 for free for 6 months for DTC Pro students that sign up this weekend. It will end on Sunday. And last but not least, you got Easter 20% off trade ideas as well. That's available for you. So here you go. All right, guys. So any last minute questions? Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and hop on off here and get ready for the long weekend. We had a great weekend chat. I mean, we nailed some awesome plays on Tesla, on the SPY. Super active week. We really did well. Hope you guys did good as well, and I hope you're ready for next week. You can always swing by the Discord and we can chat. So I'll see you guys there. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you have yourself a great long weekend. Happy Easter. Any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and I'll catch you guys on Monday at 8 a.m.